Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are fine and had enjoyed your Diwali. Now, let's start with the chapter number 3 of history, rural settlement under the company ruling the countryside. Now, in this chapter, we're going to study about the changes made by the Britishers in the rural and the social life of the Indian people through agrarian policies, that is, agricultural policies. Okay, and even they had made certain systems to take the land revenue from the farmers and the peasants. We're going to study all of this in this chapter, so let's start with it. When India was under the British rule, India underwent many economic changes, not in a positive changes we can say, but the economic condition of India started deteriorating. Deteriorating means started decreasing. India was reduced to a country of hunger and famines. People were fighting with hunger and famines. Okay, because the wealth of the people was taken away by the Britishers. Still India had experienced some advancement in trade and industry under the Britishers. But the advantage of that advancement was captured or taken by the Britishers, not the Indians. Now the next topic is colonial agrarian policies. The company becomes the Diwan. Agrarian policy means the policies related to agriculture. Okay. Now, in 1765, the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II appointed the East India Company as the Diwan of Bengal. If you remember, we had studied this in chapter number 2 when the Treaty of Allahabad was signed as a result after the Battle of Buxar. Now the company had to look after the financial administration. So under the Treaty of Allahabad, com company, East India Company had to look after the Bengal, Bihar and Orissa, and they even had to look after the financial administration. Now the land revenue was the important source of income. As we know that India is rich in agriculture even in that time also. So collecting the land revenue was the important source of income. Now the agrarian policies of the British in India were designed to fetch as much amount as was possible while spending as little as possible on land reforms. See, the Britishers only wanted to earn, to take more and more, but they didn't wanted to spend a little amount of money even on the development of the land reforms that they had brought. They didn't even brought um, new machinery or improvised seed quality of seeds or anything, but what they want to earn huge amount of money from the peasants, that is the farmers. And land revenue was to collect the amount of money from each and every farmer who is having his own land or had taken a land on the rent. Okay, now the next is company adopted following different land revenue systems to achieve their aims and objectives. What were their aims and objectives? To fetch, to take more and more monetary amount from the Indian peasants or the farmers we can say. Now they adopted the four main different land revenue systems. They were the bid system or the Ijardari system. Number second, the permanent settlement. Number third, the Rohitwari system. Number 4, the Mehelwari system. Children, today we are going to study about the bit system or the Irjardari system. The next 3 we are going to study in the next class. Okay. The bit system or the Irjardari system. This system was introduced by Warren Hastings. Now, according to this system, officials deducted 10% of the total collected amount as their commission and deposited the balance in the treasury. See, the officials who were collecting the amount from the peasants, from the farmers, what they did, they deducted 10% of the total amount which they collected and they kept that as their commission and they deposit the remaining balance in the treasury of the Britishers. But Warren Hastings wanted to get more. So in order to meet the demands of the British government, he gave the land to the highest bidders. I hope you must have heard the word bidders. जो auctions होते हैं जिसमें जो सबसे ज़्यादा बोली लगाता है वो हाईएस्ट बिडर कहलाता है. ओके, अगर किसी चीज का ऑक्शन हो रहा है वहां पे जो लोग उसको खरीदने आते हैं जो उसके लिए बिड लगाते हैं दे आर नोन एज द बिडर्स. सो द वन हु gave the highest bidder highest amount of money, the land was given to that, and who were called the contractors also. For a period of 5 years, the land was given to that highest bidder on contract basis. Fine. Now the contractors tried to extract more and more from the peasants. Now the land was given on lease to the contractor, but the land was of someone else, of a farmer. Okay. So now what happened here? अब जो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर है वो उस फार्मर से ज्यादा पैसा लेना चाहता है. पैसा तो लेना चाहता है बट वो उस लैंड की इंप्रूवमेंट के लिए कुछ भी खर्च नहीं करना चाहता. ही डजंट वांट टू develop or improve the quality of land so that the production, agricultural production must increase. Because of this, the bid system was a failure. I hope it's clear to you. Okay, if you find any problem, just let me know. Now it's time for your homework. Children, you have to do key terms. That is on page number 30 of this chapter. And question number 1 of exercise E. The question number 1 is, narrate the different methods of revenue collection introduced by the British Company in different parts of the country. Answer is, methods of revenue collection were the bit system or the Irjardari system, the permanent settlement, the Roetwari system, and the Mehelwari system. Please do your work in a very neat writing. I hope everything is clear to you. Still you find any problem, feel free to ask me. So that's all for today. Thank you.